All right, Merry Christmas, one and all. You're watching this on a Monday. It's Christmas Eve, but I wanted to get this video out because the schedule is going to be all kind of funky and out of whack. We're probably going to have videos today and tomorrow, and then nothing probably until Thursday or Friday. So we're just going to be a lot during the holidays, and we're kind of going to make things sort of work. And today we're talking about if somehow by misfortune or fortune, depending on how you want to look at it, you got this game for Christmas. Now, why you got it for Christmas, I don't know. It was free on Game Pass a couple months ago, but maybe you just got it because Grandma saw it and was like, she likes baseball, you got it. So welcome into the luxurious world of the game. Now, what I wanted to do today was sort of show you what to do if you did get this game. We used to do a series that I never actually finished to completion because it was a lot more work than I thought, called 0 to 99, where we'd pick up the game very late in the year and sort of make a God Squad. Now, at this point, they basically hand you one for free. So I'm going to talk about what I would do if I got this game for Christmas and what to build and sort of things to do ultimately to sort of min-max the fun, if you will. And we'll go from there. So if you like it, leave a like, subscribe. We did really well this year, so thank you for that. And let's just start off 2025 on a good note. So let's get into it, and I'll show you what I would do if I picked up this game today. Yeah. So if I picked it up today, one of the things you're going to notice is, first off, you get basically a full team of 99s off the rip. Now, all 99s aren't created equal, but I do want it. I did want to sort of show what you can get, mainly because of how Season 4 works. So let's sort of start it off here. So off the rip, if you do get this game, you're going to get Season 4 has been added to the inventory. So once you log in, you're going to get this. All the Cornerstone cards. So all the Cornerstone Captain cards you're going to get. Not like the two beefier ones that they gave us because it's later in the year, but you're going to get them all. So that is what we're going to do. Now, I think on top of it, too, I could be incorrect about this, but I want to say they even give you, well, they give you 5 packs, but I think, too, they give you all the team captains as well. I could be wrong about that, but I remember right, we got them right off the rip. So I think those also might be a first login. As well. Now, if that's the case, let's take a look here at this thing. So this is a team full of captains, and I'm knowing a little bit more about this. I'm going to make a couple changes just because, well, I guess I don't necessarily have to, but I'm going to make a slight adjustment here, only because I think if you're, depending on how you feel. So, argumentatively here, this is another one if you wanted to. If you want a little higher contact, you can go George Springer, or you could go Byron Buxton. My Byron Buxton's up to P5. So, realistically, if I wanted more power, I could do Byron Buxton. I might throw Byron Buxton on my bench, actually, now that I'm kind of thinking about it over... I guess Ozzy would be the odd one out. Where is, you know, we're just going to put him on there. Over, like, Ozzy. So, hi, Buxton. But this is sort of what I did. Now, this Jeter card here... If you do the Subway thing, the story thing for Derek Jeter, if you finish it, you get this card. And this card gives 35 batting clutch, 20 contact versus right, 20 pitching clutch, and 20 base balls per 9 to every captain card. Now, why this is important, or this is a big deal, is because if we're getting basically free 99 captains, we're just going to make a team around 99 captains because that's what they gave us. So now all these cards that are already kind of meh to begin with are now really, really boosted. So like this Matt Carpenter's going to have a little bit more pop. You know, everything's a little bit more well-rounded, and there's some really good ones. Like, for instance, if you wanted to, you could put this Eugenio Suarez at third over like Ralphie Devers. He's got max power versus both sides, 115 contact versus right, 98 versus left. I mean... pretty good. You could argue he should be starting at third. So, like, a lot of these cards are going to get boosted, and they're going to do really, really well. So, it's always a good thing. And then on the pitching side, I have a couple here. This is just to fill the team. You don't necessarily have to sort of go about it. But I'm using the Justin Verlander no-hitter pitching for the most part. So, all my starters are going to be a little bit more boosted than normal. There's a couple other ways, too, if you wanted to go around this. You could use, so the one I was sort of looking at too was I was kind of looking at either the Kogai Senga one as well, which is pitchers under 75 walks per 9 get a boost, and it's get a boost, or you could do this lower than 85k per 9, and I don't necessarily know how many of those there are. But base stat, I don't know what that necessarily looks like, especially with among captain cards, but also if you got a bunch of live series cards, you kind of could But I went with like one of the better ones, which was the no-hitter one. So these are like, I guess, quote unquote premium, but if you get them, if you put in orders for them, you're only going to spend, so like the Kershaw, here's 5, he's 8. So it's a combination, it's 12, 13K. And the bullpen, again, is just all captain cards. So these things are going to be kind of boosted all heck and back, which isn't too bad. So if this is going to be the base squad you're probably working with or something to this degree, here's a mock lineup if you care about that kind of thing. But make it however you want. This is just what I was thinking. So this is probably going to be the team we're going to be starting with. Now, once you do the tutorial and stuff, I suggest we come over here to a little thing called programs. And now we're going to... So there's a couple things we can kind of tackle this. These are a little bit shorter, but I don't know if you're going to have the cards necessarily to do some of this stuff, like the Taruk Skubal stuff. Well, maybe you could probably do this one. Maybe I would say start here, because all you have to do are these moments, and you can get them. This showdown's not that difficult. It's only 2 bosses, and it's not too difficult. And then with the missions here, missions were just hits, home runs, which you can have because you have there's a Philly captain card you can use, and also if you have to buy some Philly cards, they might not be too cheap. So this might be a good way to go about it. And plus you're gonna get cards along the way, like you're gonna get the Padres one. If you do all this stuff here, you're gonna get 12 points here, and this is 20 points. So you're gonna get 32 points off rip. You're gonna get these 3 cards, which are also 99s, which are good cards. So you can kind of start the grind here as well, to get that done. So this might be a passive thing. Now, when it comes to like these in particular, the reason why I'm saying you might not have them is because shortstops you probably have enough of, and you hit the Twins and extra base hits with Astros, and then captains, which we'll get this easy because we're using all captain cards. So you'll get that kind of easy. You could do, I'm gonna say you could do this if you kind of just want to get in the like group of things to get this 86 Sandy Alcantara. I just don't see the point in it because he's only an 86. He would get boosted with the Marlins team boost, but I don't know how high that boost would be. And plus, there's a 99 you'll get gradually. And kind of the same thing goes here for this Lou Gehrig card. If you really want to get it, go nuts to collect, but there's no point. Now, let's jump to the out-of-season stuff. So, out-of-season, these are all past programs, and if you see here, there are a lot of 99s. There are a lot of them. There's a lot of stuff you can do kind of to get. Now, I'm sort of thinking about this as I'm here, and I'm sort of thinking, well, where would I tell someone to begin? And you know what? I don't necessarily know there's a really good spot because of how thing is going. What I might say, but it'd be a little bit more grindy, is complete these 3 Hall of Fame things, because these cards are really, really good. Are insane. This one, I forgot about this. So this is the Moments of Glory program, which gives you a bunch of 399s, and all you have to do is a bunch of moments, which is nothing. So this would be another one I would say. Maybe do that one first because it's just moments. Would probably be the best way to go about it. A lot of these other ones are going to have missions involved with specific cards, so it might be a little bit more annoying to do. Now, if we're sort of talking about, well, what about some of these like CS things? You could do these. I think these are possible. It's not too difficult because you basically, what I would suggest is work with what you got. And if we're just trying to get a bunch of 99s, this is the way to do it, because again, we're talking about the moments and stuff. And I think there's there are a few of them where all you have to do is complete the moments. I think this is this one? I don't remember which ones were. I think, yeah, it was like this Dodger one's also just moments. So go through, and step 2 is look at which ones are just moments where you can get some good 99 cards, like that, a Fernando Tatis, that Teoscar is pretty good. I want to say this Royals one had some missions to do as well, but this one's not too difficult. And again, free 99s, that's what we're kind of looking for, sort of looking through this. This one was also just moments to get this 99 Lane Thomas card, which again will get boosted. So look at the ones that are going to be as time consuming, and then you can kind of work your way up. Because realistically, like this Freddie Freeman, this one's also a free, just do the moments and you'll get most of them. So if you do all these moments like I did, you're going to get 99 Freddie Freeman, which is also a captain. You could use this Freddie Freeman in that team we built. So you could do this, get a bunch of 99s, and then sort of go from there. And it'll help build your team. So if you start like with this one, because you know you can do it with all moments, go crazy, knock yourself out. I think this one too might have been just a moment. How many missions did we do here? I had to do all these missions. Okay. So that needed missions. I think this one too I had to do all the missions. No, he needed to do some of them. But you could always start these, kind of get the cards, and then just keep going. Because the one thing to remember, especially with the World Series program in particular, is it's going to be a lot of Dodgers and Yankees. So you're going to get Dodgers and Yankee cards if you do all of these as you sort of go along here. So keep that one in mind as you're sort of like, as we sort of talk about the whole, like, working smarter, not harder thing. Remember that there are cards you're going to be earning as well. So I would say if you could do this as well, because it's going to get you a bunch of 99 cards that you can throw on your team and improve it. And at this point, if you want to run the postseason team and go use that, by all means, you could do that. I think that's also a fairly good team. But I would say just go through this and see what things you can kind of do, because a lot of stuff you're going to earn passively, which is also a really good thing to do. But again, I would say these three and then the postseason stuff. The only reason I say maybe not worry about some of this stuff, like these monthly awards or weekly awards, I guess, these awards drop series, is because I think you need, I could be wrong. You need cards from this set, and sometimes you don't necessarily have them, because if you basically have to dedicate and say, like, I'm going to do them all, because you need the one prior to get. So keep that one in mind for doing that. But ultimately, this is sort of where we would stay. Now, for that Derek Jeter card, if you're, like I said, you're totally new, you have no idea what the hell you're going on here, you're going to jump into this. This is called storylines. There's 2 storylines, and not all of them are the same. Okay. There's a Negro League Season 2 one. They have their own captain. He is a 99 captain as well, but there's not a lot of players on this because of how the captain's worded. So I would stay away from this. This is the one we're going to talk about because this gets us that 99 captain Derek Jeter card. So when you go all the way to the end here, well, number 1, there's 2. So you get the Subway Series Derek Jeter, who has a better boost. But then if you complete it all, you get the Derek Jeter captain of the captain cards, which I will show here in a second. When you get all the way to the end here, you get Derek Jeter captain of the captain card, which boosts all the captains in the game. So this is really where we're going to build it and sort of go from there. Now, we covered most of it in 12 minutes. Now, at this point, I'm going to just mention this if you want to, if you're into this, you can. Now, first off, I didn't mention this in the last video. Oopsie doozy. There is this free pack where you get this free and half. Again, will help the Cubs boost. So keep that one in mind. I would stay away from all these packs. You're going to get plenty. You could always just go to the marketplace and sort of just buy players. There's an affordable option if you go to filter, and it'll show you like the cards that you can afford within your budget. So for me, I got a lot of stubs, so I can get a good number of these guys now because within that 89 or within the budget I have. Now, remember, some of these cards are going to have multiples. So like there's multiple 99 Tyrese Kubal cards, but again, there's a better one. Like, there's the Max Clark. You get what I'm saying? Is there's going to be slightly multiple variants of some of these cards. So where necessarily you don't want to buy them because there's a free one that's just as good, if not better. So keep a lot of this in mind when you're sort of going through that. There are going to be cards you're going to be like, oh, what about this one? And then you're going to realize there's another one. Like this Juan Soto is, for example. There's a 99 Juan Soto that you can get for free just by playing the game. So keep a lot of that kind of in your head as you're going along here. That's one of your favorite players from your favorite team, if you got one. Now, that summarizes that to me. But I'm just real quick. Let's talk about some other teams we could run here. So let's go over to captains, and I'm just going to show you. I want to unassign. Sorry. Yes. Let's do this. Good pitching. Unassign. So the other team I was talking about. I didn't. The other team I was talking about was the postseason team. So if you, let's say you did, you're like, oh, I'm going to do the 2024 postseason team. So here's the 2024 postseason team. So the way that's going to look is going to be, like this. I thought there is a Lindor. Let me swap out Lindor here. Real quick. Oh, there you go. So like, if you're like, oh, let's run the postseason team, you totally can run a postseason squad here with full of postseason cards. I'm just sort of clicking here. I'm not really looking. So, really, but you could run this and I just want to show you how good this postseason team is. So let's put Cheerio there. I'm a sucker for Michael Harris, and then right field workhorse gonna use Tatis. And on the bench, I guess let's just. I feel weird because I'm not using like Mookie and Juan Soto. But like Jesse Winker and sure, let's put Tommy Edman. And then pitching wise, let's build if you're like, you know, use all these pitchers here. Let's see, like Jack Flaherty. I don't know if they have enough bullpen arms. Let's see. So like Walker Buehler. I don't know why I'm organizing this, but let's say so. If you were to do all the postseason stuff, or 2024 postseason, so you get all but one, you can just throw somebody else in there. Now with the boot, because there is a Freddie Freeman boost, you could use this boost. It's not the best boost in the world, but it's a boost. And these cards get a little bit better. This team is not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It has its weaknesses, but like early, I'm playing with 3 out of 4 being max power, catcher free. Freddie Freeman's an absolute monster. Same thing with Glaber. Like, there's plenty of ways to this. And if you're really like, well, what's a little bit better? You can mix and match as sort as you go here. And it'll even show you, like, you know, if you could use Cedric Mullins, you could use Kike, Hernandez, Enrique, or whatever. You know, you could use. There's plenty of options you can use here. It's like find your favorite and just use them. But this is also another free team you can use. Plus, on top of all the other theme teams you could use, these are just the more preamble free ones so that you're gonna be able to get pretty simply. And you can run the gauntlet pretty well if you really wanted to grind and jump into the online play. This team will definitely do it for you. You just gotta have to do a little bit of work to get it. Well, thanks for checking out this video. Hopefully you had a good Christmas or whenever you're watching this. But I wanted to sort of show you this. I'm probably gonna do another sort of like, you know, FAQ sort of video just to kind of talk about it. But I wanted to show you the free cards that you can kind of get if you were to get this game really late in the season. If you are, enjoy it for what it is. It's a big mess, and we should get some more info. So hopefully you stick around for next year if that's the case. But have yourself a good Christmas. When you're watching this, leave a like if you like it, dislike if you like it. My name's Specs, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.